Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do the gold and silver daily technical analysis update. I'll give you guys an update, I'll give you my opinion, and we'll take a look at everything that's related to gold and silver. So diving in here, we got the dollar. I'll start there. The dollar is moving sideways. It was up a little bit today, but overall it looks like we may come up and do a retest of this support line, which is now a resistance line, I should say, resistance line. And then I think that we're going to be heading lower at some point here. Usually on the back half of a commodity boom, the dollar weakens for some years. I did that last commodity boom. I think it's going to probably do it this commodity boom. And money shifts and rotates. It transfers through the dollar and then eventually finds its home out of the dollar. 10-year yield continues to go higher. We had a little pullback. We hit our head against this resistance line, pulled back in a falling wedge formation, and we're heading on higher again. We'll see if we can break through this resistance line at 3.1% on the 10-year yield. An increasing interest rate environment, again, causes money to rotate out of bonds and sometimes out of stocks. It provides a headwind. And the preferred spot to park money is usually in precious metals and commodities especially. This is highly correlated with oil. So usually when you get a 10-year yield going higher, oil goes higher and vice versa. Gold doesn't like higher dollar, higher 10-year. So gold usually sells off a little bit. I still am very positive on gold as it is sitting above its breakout. The breakout that I'm talking about is basically this consolidation zone that we've broken out and are doing a retest. This is still a really good area, in my opinion, to be looking at these assets. Silver, it's the same thing. It's broken out, and we could do a retest of this breakout. And then platinum's doing the same thing as well. We've broken out of this big old pattern. It's drawn on logarithmic. So logarithmic, it's broken out. We've done a retest move, and we just have to get going again. So I'm viewing these all from the paradigm that they're going to go higher here at some point. They're sitting on top of breakouts. It's at the exact spot you want to be picking stuff off. XEU to gold ratio. The ratio, I got to get off logarithmic here, still has not broken this downtrend line. We are still waiting to break that. We are very cheap in relationship to the ratio. So mining companies are very cheap in relationship to the physical metals. I think this will reverse itself, break out of this downtrend line. And then I said this needs to break for this line for happiness, for all the precious metals holders. It'll come. Just be patient. This is all very undervalued, and we have a commodity bull market coming. The back half of the commodity market is when gold and silver usually do incredible things. And we're coming up there. We're getting there. We had a small down day today for majority of these companies next to large candlestick bodies. We call it a bloody nose. This is very common to see where you get a large, tall candlestick. The body of the candlestick's tall, you get a little bloody nose, and then it's a continuation pattern upward. We'll see if that's the case coming up next week. EXK, another one, tall body stick with a little bloody nose. This looks really good to me. And hopefully you guys were looking at these today. Fortuna Silver Mines, a little bit more of a selling pressure day than just a bloody nose. This one's bleeding profusely, I guess. But you still get that nice pattern here where you get that nice type of pattern like that. And it looks like it's scribing out that way. Silj, another bloody nose. Continuation pattern higher usually. Vanek, this is GDX. We're right on that support line. There's that big support line. You take a big picture view. We're sitting right there on that support, waiting to go. And that's usually what I like to do, is get in these support areas. Sprinkle a little bit in, you know. Metallic minerals, a little bit more of a sell-off. These are explorers. They're a little bit more volatile. Koya Resources just moving sideways. Discovery Silver getting that bloody nose, bloody head, bloody hemorrhage. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But you got that nice kind of V-shaped bottom that I like seeing. First Majestic Silver getting the bloody nose. I like this setup. I think it's going to continue higher. Newmont just moving sideways amongst its support resistance line. Mag Silver getting the bloody nose. Yamana Gold, we're right at support, looking good. Impact Silver getting the bloody nose there. Aftermath Silver moving a little bit lower. We've got Arcana Gold moving a little bit. It's lower momentum-wise, higher for the day. This guy's got... it's doing some sort of pattern here. Usually, I'd like to see it be opposite of this. This is a funky-looking pattern. The reason it's funky is we have two larger down days and smaller up days there. But we have these monster ones right before it. Kind of a weird-looking pattern. But it is consolidating. Siboney Stillwater, another one that's just moving sideways. Sandstorm Gold looking good with the little bloody nose. I think that looks really good. Franco-Nevada getting a little bit more of a sell-off because it lurched a little bit lower, gapped down a little bit. But I still like it where it's at. EMX getting the bloody nose as well. This is broken out of its downtrend. Everything looks really good. Teuton Resources looks a little messy there, but it's this little sideways day right where the green line is. Wheaton Precious Metals getting a little bit of a sell-off today. Again, it still looks good. Gold Royalty, small sell-off. Metallo Royalty, a little bit of a sell-off there. Nice big up day here. This looks good to move higher eventually. Mavericks Metals, small little down day. Again, I like these big, large up days with small down candlesticks. They usually resolve themselves upward over time. Just got to be patient. Royal Gold, another small down day next to a large candlestick. It looks like we're trying to make our way up. Cisco Gold Royalty, another small down day next to a big up day. This is the pattern that I typically see as it stair steps higher. Altius getting a little bit of a sell-off. Again, it's next to these big candlesticks. The only thing that I'll say is we could pull back. We could. And we're just kind of squeezing up a little bit. Will this pull on back? Give us one last dump day before heading higher? It could. It could pull back one last time. But that would be a really good buying opportunity if it dumps back a little bit. It'll be quick. It could be quick. Sometimes they just spill out. Like they'll spill out, touch, and then go. So I think we're getting closer and closer. But that's what I've got for the area. I'm still a huge precious metals bull, guys. I think we're going to do incredibly good things in the precious metals market. It's just we're early. We've broken out of patterns. We're coming and doing the retest moves, and we're still early in this mix. That's when you want to be in it. I think at some point it's just going to take off and it's going to leave everyone else behind, much like oil. It's like you're going to be diverted looking at something else. It'll come back. Don't worry. People will say it'll come back and we'll get another pullback. Well, I think we're getting closer where, we're getting close to that last pullback where we could start making some moves higher. And we may not pull back. We may or we may not. Again, no one knows the intermediate or no one knows the future here. All we can do is we can position in things that are highly probable based off of history. And this is right in the wheelhouse of where this does very well. We have all the ratios screaming buy. We have the market conditions screaming buy. Everything's aligned. Now it's just a matter of the buyers waking up. That's all we got to wait for. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website, the Platinum membership, if you guys want to learn about a lot of this stuff. I will be doing a technical analysis training course soon. I have to first get back to Colorado, and then next I'll schedule it. It will be soon, within the next week or two. I'll get that scheduled. We've got our question and answer session Sunday at 5 p.m. So I'll see everyone there that's on the website that's a Platinum member. Go ahead and ask all your questions that you guys have, and I'll answer your most difficult questions, if you have difficult questions, or easy ones. Doesn't matter. I'll answer all of them. And yeah, keep you on your toes. So that's all I've got for today. We'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.